Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Viber got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. That's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Viber is the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.
Let's go. Happy New Year, fam. Good to see everybody. Fast, bro. Sorry about the other day. I fell asleep, man. I'm just now starting to get over whatever the hell has been going on around here. Everyone's sick. Everyone's been coughing and sneezing for like 2 weeks now. So it's COVID-26, man. That shit hit hard. But, man, is this a relief rally? I hope not. But I feel like, unfortunately, it's going to be. Everyone's so bearish, though. That's what we need to see. Now I understand the sentiment, understand retail psychology, and now that the big boys are here, they're not going to just come make these moon boys rich. It's the opposite. Once they all go away and say it's over, then we start to move. And I don't know if that's now, if that's in another month, but the consensus has really shifted from a month or so ago to Tom Lee's still calling for 15K by the end of the year and these ridiculous predictions to now everyone realizing, oh shit, it could be over. And this is what I want to see. Everyone be bearish, giving up. But that's why we put the work in and we're spread out and diversified into assets that are long-term plays. So we're not sitting here caught up in the short-term noise. Yeah, it's fun to catch the meme coins and the shit coins that are pumping. But what's going to sting more is in 4 or 5 years from now, if you didn't capture the blue chips that are sitting down at these prices today. So that's the long game that you use time to your advantage. It makes crypto easy, not stressful, and always checking your portfolio, see how much it's worth. Not good to be stressing like that. Grounded it, Hex. Good to see you, my man. Happy New Year. Hope all is well. Always, bro. My man, Steven. How's it going, dog? Hope you're crushing it down under over there. My brother from another mother. Yeah, the song, bro. Samson. He knows it by heart now. He said was singing it on the way to work the other day. No, I'm just playing. But shout out Samson. Happy 26. Yes, sir. I think people sold at the end of January to secure tax losses, and they're buying back now. So you mean the end of December? Yeah, could be. Clearing the books at the end of the year. Everyone's just dumped, unloaded for tax reasons, and then buys right back. Makes sense. But, bro, these markets are so manipulated right now. It's just disgusting how low and just down in the dumps some of these projects are that have no business being there. It's wild. I never, ever thought we'd still be. If you told me a year ago, after Trump had gotten in, that we still wouldn't have regulations yet go into 2026, I wouldn't have believed it. And it really shows you how scared like the banks, the JP Morgans really are of crypto. Because a fun fact, Coinbase has more customers than JP Morgan. And they offer now pretty much the same services. Borrowing, lending, and banking soon is going to come to these exchanges like Kraken and Coinbase and Gemini. The ones that are going to become like the go-tos are going to have banking and everything as a service, debit cards. And then you combine that with what Elon's doing with X payments. Man, this is going to all roll out really fast. So this is the shit crypto was made for, to move money, make payments better. So that's why I'm diversified into that stuff. Pulse Chain is reliant on Richard pumping the chain, which can happen or it couldn't happen. But with like these Block Vs and Stronghold, Jasmy, these cryptos are actually being adopted and they will be used by companies at scale. And it's almost a given at this point. The timing, who knows? But I'm still just stacking up where I can. And looking at like the stuff that's gone bad. Veracity, we just had that FUD. I don't know if this is like it for me. I think it really is over. Like they now just came out and doubled the supply, or like added hundreds of billions to the supply, but they have a new vision moving forward. So it's just like they keep kicking the goalposts. But that's the thing. You can have the best technology like Fast and all of us love, but at the end of the day, if you don't know the right people to get it implemented, it doesn't matter. So unfortunately for Veracity, I'm not putting anything into it. My shit now, I don't even know what it's worth. Like I have like, I don't even know. Yeah, $30. So 300,000. I know I put like almost $1,000 probably into Veracity total over a couple years. Maybe not $1,000, maybe like 600. But man, that shit sucks. Let's see if it tells me actually. Oh no, it doesn't, only on mobile. It sucks losing, but that's all right. Like Veracity took a L, Alliance Block, and then Casper. That was the other one that really disappointed in 2025. But on the other side of that, you got to look at the positive, and the projects that are crushing, and the Dovu and Stronghold and Flare. Even though Flare's price isn't moving, it's because the airdrops every month and the rewards from bi-weekly staking are so great. The supply's inflating like crazy. But guess what? That stops this month. We have one more Flare drop left. Like, I can't believe this shit is over. Like, it feels like it just started. One more month, and then the supply stops inflating. Flare is massive with Firelight, with bringing actual DeFi to XRP. So I now have my XRP wrapped in FXRP and deposited in Firelight's vault. Now it's STXRP, and I'm earning points, which is soon going to be rewards. And I can't do anything else now because the vault is full. But I've slowly been adding more. So I've built up another 170, which, what's that, $300? It's fucking nothing. But I'm slowly trying to keep building to lock that up and keep earning for the future and setting these things up before price starts to really move. Guys, Phoenix has been crushing. I've been telling you guys about this for a year now, and this pool is still paying over almost 70%. And I can't believe that the Phoenix token has it climbed up 1-to-1 with Stellar yesterday. And XLM just kind of pumped up. So we're now like 10% off, but you're not losing. Like, oh yes, here we go, 73%. So I just claimed another 30 tokens yesterday and swapped it for almost 1,000 Velo. So every 5 days, I'm getting 30 Phoenix, which I swap into Velo. So I've added almost 15,000 Velo in the last couple months just from these rewards. And I've been adding to my Relio bag, and the coins aren't, it's not like Flare where the price is going down against XRP, the main asset. It's actually holding against XLM. So when we leave the pool, we're going to have more Stellar tokens than when we came in with, which is rare. All these projects, they seem to send you out the opposite, where you went in with 500 Stellar and 400 Faux. Well, you're going to go out with 300 Stellar and 1,000 Phoenix tokens, and somehow they took the Stellar. But this is the opposite. I'm actually going to come out, and all of us that got into this with more Stellar because it's appreciated against it, which is crazy. I've never seen that. And when stuff is done right, when they're given a grant from the Stellar Development Foundation, they have money to do it right. They're not just stealing everything they can and max extracting, which is what DeFi is. So this has been great for building my Relio and Velo bags, because Stronghold's at the top of the list. Like, I bought this shit two and a half. Oh no, wait. I bought it in like early 2022 around. So it's been almost 4 years I've been holding this. I maybe bought $300 worth, and that's it. I've just been letting it sit. I haven't added to it because it's done so well. And I wish I had put $1,000 into all these different bags, but I just didn't have it at the time. I put so much into Pokemon and cards that I wanted to make sure it was split and I wasn't going too crazy into one or the other, because it's amazing how I never would have thought crypto would be here, but Pokemon would still be in a max bull run. So if I didn't, like, where I wanted to just go all into crypto, have the ability to say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to just keep doing this over here on the side. And it ended up working out to where the Pokemon has now been way more profitable than crypto. So I can now go sell some of these boxes and buy crypto at the rock bottom and just reverse the process and go back and forth. You buy the blood, sell the top of Pokemon when everyone wants it, buy the blood now. And who knows how long this is going to last, but like Corium and Sologenic, those were free airdrops. So I'm not selling them or touching them. I didn't do anything for them. They were free. QUBIC we're holding, but yeah, Velo. So just keep adding and adding. Saucer Swap, DYNEX, Jasmine, Clearpool, Block V. I mean, 13,000 Clearpool. I don't know why it's down here, but it is. Axelar, I'm nervous about, honestly. Now that the core team left, that sucked. They moved to Circle, and like, I'm nervous. Like, I don't want to sell down here at the bottom, but I'm not putting anything else into Axelar. Canton, that was the move. Shout out Maximus, put out that video about 10 days or so ago, and we caught the absolute bottom of it. And I'm up like almost 80% or something like that. Got in at just under 8 cents, so yeah, almost doubled up. But who cares? This shit will just probably come right back down. Research Coin crushed at 12 cents. Like, this is where you just add to the stuff you believe in. Propy has 35% pump today. Would have been nice to add to that yesterday. But hey, I'm still holding my bag of 450. I took profits and rebought, and now I'm just free rolling with these bags. That's why I'm still holding them, because I know they're going to come back at some point. And if not, they were free rolls. They didn't cost me much. But yeah, guys, everything is looking great. That was, where was it? Canton. $6 trillion in RWAs are moving through their network with, but it's mostly debt that's being issued. They've processed 6 trillion in real-world assets and currently handles about 350 billion a day in US Treasury activity. So if that's only going to grow, guys. So that's why this was a no-brainer to buy that blockchain. If you look at who funded them, it's a no-brainer. I think for like one of just the blue chips to hold on to. And even right now, like, I don't think it's too late at 15 cents or whatever. Like, they're just getting started. Momentum has continued to build through deeper integrations. A partnership with NASDAQ connects Canton to Calypso, enabling automated margin and collateral management, allowing institutions to move and reuse capital more efficiently. So, guys, this is going to all blend together. It's going to keep growing. Just be patient. Just keep buying the fundamentally sound projects that have the use case, that have a future, and that have been building throughout the bear market. You know, Pepe's had a community. Now they're leading the altcoin rally today. You know, who gives a shit? But this is what I care about. Key dates for crypto regulation. The crypto market structure and implementation of the Genius Act will dominate policy discussion in 26. A tax bill is also in the works, but both might hinge on midterm elections in November. I just don't see it. It's the 250th anniversary of the country. We got midterms coming up. Their ratings are already pretty bad. They got to pump the markets. Like, there's nothing else they can do. Everyone's broke. You can't have people feeling like this for another 6 months, or it'll be a disaster, or that they truly just don't care, and they're going to do that. But you got to be ready for anything. Less than a year into his term, Trump has installed industry-friendly regulators who dropped investigations into crypto companies, made it easier for banks to hold and for asset managers to issue crypto-focused ETFs. Trump's urging lawmakers pass landmark stablecoin legislation, but we still need the Genius Act. So hopefully it comes in the next month or two. January is an action-packed month. For starters, David Sachs said that the Senate is expected to hold hearings about the market structure bill in the first month of the year. Those hearings are expected to unclog the bill in the Senate, where it's stalled since a version called the Clarity Act cleared the House in July. So it's been sitting there since July, guys. So clearly the banks don't want this shit passed and they're stalling, but it's inevitable. And maybe the and a grand anniversary, our great country, everything's doing great, but we got the AI bubble. Jerome leaving May 15th. So his successor will definitely be doing whatever Trump tells him to. The central bank set U.S. monetary policy, interest rate, make it more expensive. So a more dovish policy. Yeah, we know that. New crypto regulations take effect in California July 1st. The state's digital financial assets law requires anyone that engages in digital financial asset business activity with a California resident to obtain a license from the California Department of Financial Protection. Wow. So there goes people that are going to leave California. July 18th, passing a bill gets all the headlines, but the real battle begins when regulators tasked with enacting laws begin to parse new legislation. The Genius Act directs federal and state regulators to issue additional regulations concerning licensing, capital requirements, custody standards, anti-money, all that bullshit. There'll be more meaningful opportunities for market participants to participate in the advocacy efforts and rulemaking process. So everything's going to come full circle. It's all about money. And we know with tokenizing stocks, it's, I think, Q3 this year, all that's going to be up and running and legal. These things are going to start to move quick. I thought this was crazy. Crypto thieves terrorize small investors at home with brutal invasions. Since 2020, more than 215 physical crypto attacks have been recorded worldwide, with 2025 nearly doubling the prior year. People are being robbed all over the place, and they're blaming the exchanges for their hacks for people like school teachers that are just having money on their exchanges, and people are finding it. So this is why, like, it's like a catch-22. You know, the more privacy you have, the more you're just like a sitting duck. So then stuff needs to be insured, so there's no incentive to steal it from you. So like they're setting up this system where they can control it all. They're going to do it with fear. And like 215 attacks in 5 years out of every, what's that, like 4 a year in each country, like, because it's not that much. Like, this is all just fear porn. But Spark Dex, forgot to talk about that. With Firelight, we got that for our XRP. With our XLM Info, we're taking our rewards and loading up with Velo and Relio. And then Spark Dex, you take you stake it into XSpark, and then you claim your Flare and your XSpark or your Spark tokens every day if you want. It's 22% APR paid back in Flare and Spark. Both are going to be so critical for XRP's like DeFi ecosystem that's about to be unleashed with Flare. Hugo's crushing it. He said a bunch of the institutions are going to be coming on board and actually using it in January. So things are going to be rocking and rolling right as the inflation and the airdrops stop. Everything goes live. So it's almost like they don't want the ability for people to dump once they're using this stuff. So they want to have more steady price. They don't want crazy up and down with certain protocols. Some do, yes. They make money off that volatility. But certain protocols, institutions aren't going to use until it's stable. So I just love Spark. It's stayed at like a 1.5x ratio to Flare. It hasn't just dumped against it, just like Phoenix is held against Stellar. It's rare to see. These are the gems out here that are actually that were built and thought out years ago. And we're finally getting to see the fruit of the labor. And same thing with QUBIC. Garth's back up to 40 Qs a token. It was down at like 32 last week. But now we're right back. QMine up to 2.5K. MLM's at, I think, 1.9 billion. Yep. So crushing is what we want to see. And I think the Garth game is coming out first. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. Ripple takes Japan by storm. Major banks power up XRP ledger adoption. So the only one of the stocks that I get people into is SBI Holdings Japan. And anyone that bought it, they just had a split. It was $20 for like 2.5 years. And all of a sudden, the price shot up to like $52. And it dropped like 50% in one day last week. So I was thinking, what the hell happened? And sure enough, they did a stock split. So everyone that bought in now has their shares doubled. And that company, SBI, owns 11% of Ripple's private equity. So they're a major holder in Ripple. So they don't even have to do anything at this point. But they are going to be the leaders and who implement this stuff, who cause the world to start moving in that direction. And just seeing that stock go from $20 to $53, and then Santander is the other stock that I've been telling people to get into for years. Well, not anymore because it's $12 now, but we got into it at $2, maybe like 250 or something like that back in 2020, 2021. So we've been holding it for a long time, but it's now done, I think, like a 6x since we first got into it. And they're a Ripple partner. And they just launched this new online platform that's got Ripple's tech, and look at the stock. So both of these stocks that are like leverage on Ripple are performing extremely well. So that's like the validation that the same thing's going to happen for Flare and like the crypto side of it when the time is right. We're just a little bit early, and it sucks being this early, but you'd rather be here now than a day late. You want to build these bags and load up on these blue chips while they're these prices, because they're not going to be here forever. And I just can't believe we're at where we are. And it's like, I'm happy. We're like, that's why I'm selling more Pokemon than I ever have, because every day I feel like I got to get more Stronghold. I need a little more QUBIC. I got to get more Flare. I need more Spark. I need more Foe. And that way I can earn more rewards and get these other bags. And it's like, once you start getting these passive income coming in, it gets addicting, and you want to just keep adding to it and growing that principal so your rewards keep growing. And it's just like the tree that doesn't stop giving. And when the prices are down and you can get 2,000 Flare for $20, that's wild to me. Like, in 2 years from now, what's Flare's price going to be? And you know how fast time does go. It feels like, God, another 2 years. Are you kidding me? Like, we've been buying these coins for years, it feels like, and we're sitting around and we're still sitting here waiting. That's investing. That's how it goes. You know, all the action happens in 3-4 weeks out of the year, and you got to be there for it. You can't be scrambling to buy it while you're in the middle of a pump. But everything's looking good. Yeah, I can't believe Flow. They got hacked. And when that happened, I saw that and I sold my bag on I Trust Capital immediately. And I just cut the loss right there. And I think I actually put it into like Ondo and Filecoin. And then Filecoin had a nice pump up. So it worked out good. You know, you got to take a loss there and just cut it. You know, once Trust Wallet just got hacked and Flow got hacked, that's it. Like, I'm done. Anything that got hacked, no serious person is going to work with them ever again, in my opinion. So I'll cut my loss there. It was a stupid coin I held in my IRA. I don't even know why I had it, but I learned my lesson with another stupid coin I shouldn't have held. But yeah, guys, Happy New Year. Just wanted to come on and give you a little encouragement and some hope that it's going to be all right. Even if this is a little relief rally, keep loading up on these blue chips. Our time will come. The ISM report comes out Monday. Hope it's at a 50 or above. That would be great. You know, maybe this pump is because someone knows something about that coming out Monday. Or we are just so hyper suppressed. How much lower can we really go at this point? But who the hell knows? We'll check out some of the Pulse Chain altcoins. EHEX up the highest. Wrap Bitcoin 244. Man, I sold all of them at almost 400. Well, 3 of them, and I only had 3 in the one wallet, but put it into P Tiger and Alamo, and then Alamo pumped, took out like 800 at the top, and moved it into more QUBIC and I think more Axelar. Unfortunately, before that crazy I knew when that pump happened up to like 17 cents or something. That was with the insiders doing it to get out because they knew that news was coming and it was going to kill the price. So I'm kind of bummed out about that Axelar shit because they have so much potential. That was such a smart team, and that's why Circle obviously took them. But Clearpool, if this comes back, I'm going to be making a fortune. I never thought I could have 13,000 Clearpool. You would have told me that a year ago. Back up here, where we were at up to 60 cents, trading from like ranging from a bottom of 10 cents all the way up to 60 cents. So 10,000 coins is $6,000 up here. So 13,000 is like $8,000 worth. I never would have had the ability to get that bag. So now down here, I'm buying it and I'm either going to zero or we're coming back. And I don't know what it's going to be, but same thing with Block V. If you go and follow Crypto Canvas and some of his videos, it's obvious that Block V and Visa are working hand in hand. And they had a huge pump, did a nice 7x at the beginning of last year, and then gave it all back. So these pumps can come out of nowhere, but again, for like $50, how much can you get? 5,000 tokens for $50. Down here or up at the top at 7 cents, 5 cents, $50, you're getting what? 2,500. No, or 1,000 tokens, maybe. So this is, guys, these are the opportunities. I bought more Polytrade too. They're still building with the real world asset narrative. And even though the price is down in the dumps, like you got to, I think back to what it looked like a year ago. April 2024 ran up to $3. And yeah, I took my profits out, so I'm free rolling. But when it got down so low here, to take another $80 or whatever and add to my bag, it was stupid not to. So if you believe in this, the stuff you believe in, just add to it down here at the bottom. It's that simple. GPU's up now 21%. Is this going to come back? I don't know. Like the AI narrative, all it takes is for that to get hot, and this thing runs back up to $1. So down here, this is where like I originally got in. When I first got into it, it was like 4 cents, way back in like late 2023 or 2024 here. Yep. And then we found like Spectra, everything. And then it ran up to like $3. And I rolled that into a bunch of other coins and just kept whatever I have now, a little bit left. I'm not adding to that down here because I already made money on it, but I'm just holding it. But because I'm adding to QUBIC. I believe in that more in the long term. So I already made money on this. I'm hodling like a 10% position of what I used to have just for the long run. There's smarter things to add to in my portfolio than to come to GPU or like a Spectra A or something like that. I feel much more comfortable now going with just Flare, Stronghold, Spark Dex, and even I really like XCL down here at these prices because privacy is going to be a huge narrative. And this thing has been just straight up and down. So if you can trade, this thing has been like a trader's dream. Out of the blue, just pumping like crazy on Christmas. So it's been up and down, but I hope it, doesn't just do this and die out. I don't think it will, because as soon as privacy comes back, this thing's going to run. In my opinion, doing 135K in volume right now, that's better than a lot of these other altcoins. So people are paying attention to it. So that's one that I think is flying under the radar. Robot and Show. Still holding on to those two. Haven't added to them. Haven't touched them. Probably will not add to them. You know, this thing's now up 50% in 24 hours. So, yeah, would have been nice to catch the complete bottom. But if it pulls another one of these moves here, you know, I think we're looking at like a 10x. Yep. Like a 10 to 15x. So we'll see what happens. This market's moved so fast. You got to just be buying shit. You feel like it's just, what the hell am I doing? Why am I buying this? Why am I losing more money? But that's all right. That's the feeling we are all feeling right now. So smash that like button. I'm out of here. I will probably be back, I don't know, tomorrow evening, yeah, with Fast. Want to link up with him now that we're feeling better. There's the man, Luke Duke, up only till 28. Yup, love the hopium that you're drinking there. All right, fam, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you need help, go to Vibra Finance, book a one-on-one, and we'll sit down and go through your portfolio. Make sure you got all the blue chips you're going to need to make 100Xs in your sleep.
Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Viber got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. That's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Viber Finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Viber Finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Vibra is the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.